Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. England progress into the knockout stages with a very good result. I nearly said impressive, but that would be bullshit. A good result against Wales. Look, I think at half-time, many of us were ready to sack Gareth Southgate there and then. But what actually happened, look, the consistent theme is that Wales are dreadful. I know a lot of Wales fans, and I think they've had a terrible tournament. I suppose they've just got to say we've not been in the World Cup since 1958 and take the positives of the draw against the United States and actually qualifying. But they were dreadful, and I think that as much as it was 3-0, they were worse than Iran. So we maybe should have scored 6, 7, 8. But the big positive for England is that we topped the group, and hopefully the group stage will just get filed to history. It doesn't matter that USA were better than us. Doesn't matter that we were crap in the first half against Wales. The reality is Marcus Rashford's joint top for Golden Boot. And it doesn't matter how well you play in the group stage, really, because we're through. And that was all that matters. What is absolutely essential, and the one thing I will take away from this game, is that we've played three teams that really we should have been beating. We comprehensively beat two of them, but USA were better than us. So where are England? And whilst it doesn't matter, we've got to step up. I mean, I still think we'll beat Senegal. I still stand by what I've been saying for a while. Our tournament doesn't start till the quarterfinals, when we'll probably play France. But if we're not going to start moving up the gears against Senegal, we're going to hit France. And all right, maybe France have a bad day and we have a good day and we find our way through. But how many more games would we do that? I mean, if we beat France, you're probably playing Spain, Portugal, and then Brazil in the final. We're going to come unstuck. So for England to have a good tournament, we've got to go up some gears. And at the moment, I think there's a real issue in relation to actually playing the game of football. There's not really many fluid movements. There's not a lot of ideas, which is a shame, because there was a chance for Foden in the first half where we played really, really well. Played it through Bellingham, Kane, Foden. We can score goals as we saw there, but we've got to go up. We've got to go up some gears, because ultimately, I think we've got to enjoy the result. It's always good to beat Wales. It's always good to beat Scotland if you can. We've got to enjoy the result. We've got to enjoy the fact that we've topped the group, and we've got to look forward to Senegal, because we've got a great chance of hitting the quarterfinals. But the big question is the quarterfinals really an achievement? Most of us thought that the path to the quarterfinals was quite straightforward, and that's when the tournament would start. If we get to the quarterfinals and France beat us, I think Southgate needs to go, because what have we achieved in this tournament? We've not played any good football yet. And, with the squad we've got, we should be able to go semi-finals at least. So there's a lot for England to progress and start doing. The positives for me were Phil Foden and Marcus Rashford. Ultimately, Rashford and Foden have saved Southgate. I mean, at half-time, we're playing shit. Second half, Rashford scores a free kick. As soon as you score that goal against Wales, they're done. They're done. I don't think they even went in our penalty box in the first half. They couldn't get past the halfway line. They had a guy playing up front on his own who Maguire was jogging past for pace. That's how slow he was. So our centre-backs had it easy. I mean, Pickford could have, popped and done his shopping. It was a piece of piss for our defence. But that's why that goal from Rashford was so important, because the game's over there and it opens up a little bit. We get a couple of more goals. And then, it's about substitutions, etc. But where did the goals come from? Saka and Sterling and Mount left the team. Rashford, Foden and Henderson came in. Henderson, I don't really understand what that was about. That made us, we're playing a team that's defensive when we bring a defensive midfielder in. I personally would like to see Grealish off the left, Foden more central and Rashford off the right, and lose Henderson out the team again. But it's Southgate. But the Rashford and Foden coming into the team, 2 goals for Rashford, a goal for Foden. And it reminds me a bit of previous World Cups where there's a bit of fan pressure, there's a bit of media pressure, and the manager responds to it. And Southgate's plan was not to play Foden and Rashford in this tournament. His plan was to pick the players that are his favourites, Sterling and Mount. But he's been forced into changing it because of USA. And actually, that's a positive for the fans, and it's a positive for the country, because Foden scores 1, Rashford scores 2. Who's right? The fans. Fair play to Southgate for listening, but the fans were right. And they were right to call it out. And now, I think we've got a better chance going into the knockout tournament, because we've actually got Rashford, who's in form, Foden, who should be starting, and I think a little tweak to the midfield, maybe take Henderson back out and bring a more attack-minded midfielder in, and I think things could start to look better. I still worry about Harry Kane. I'm a massive fan of Harry Kane, world-class striker. I just don't know that he suits the system. He's a little bit lost in that system. The build-up play is good. He's very good at dropping in and that, but he's never really getting any service. It doesn't look like he's going to score a goal unless it's a penalty. He looks like he's going to create a goal like he did for Foden, but he doesn't like he's going to score a goal. So I'd like to see that sorted out. Senegal will be a very different game. They're not going to be as defensive minded as Wales, and maybe they won't be as organised as Wales because Wales set up to defend. Having said that, they may well they may well be at us a little more, Senegal. They've got a lot of pace, they've got a lot of energy, and that might open up the game. So that might be what England need. Senegal could be a really good dress rehearsal for France, who will be better than Senegal, but will want to get at us a bit. We've not been attacked. Iran didn't attack us. Wales didn't attack us. USA tried to attack us, but they don't score goals, USA. I mean, they've scored, 2 goals in 3 games, despite being the best team in the group. So we're going to get attacked by Senegal, and that could make or break us. I think we'll make it. I think that we've got enough. I wouldn't be surprised if Rashford scored again, a little bit more space. I'm very confident that we'll beat Senegal, but we've got to start going through the gears now. There's no point there's no point England being at this tournament and just grinding their way through the group and then, let's see where we can go. We've got to be looking to go really deep into this tournament, and to do that, we've got to start going through the gears. And people talk about how good the defence is. I don't think the defence has been tested. I really don't. The midfield for me hasn't really got going. Harry Kane, as I said, hasn't really got going, but as I say, Rashford and Foden today really did, and I want us to build on that. And I think the team looks confident. So let's see what we can do on Sunday against Senegal, and then hopefully, as predicted, I think we'll end up playing France in the quarterfinal, which will be a huge game because we'll be huge underdogs. And I sometimes think being underdogs isn't a bad thing, but we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Big shout out to Rashford and Foden. Big shout out to the fans for being vocal about Rashford and Foden. Because I think that's basically they've saved Southgate today. I don't think if we'd gone with the same team as we did against USA, I think we would have been in trouble, as we were at halftime, even with the changes. But I'm feeling a bit more optimistic. I'm looking forward to that Senegal game because I think they're going to have a go at us, but I think there are vulnerabilities there as well. And let's hope England can start going through the gears, because we've got to start looking to increase our productivity if we're really going to give a game to France in the quarterfinals if we get through Senegal. Get your comments in below. Make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one. Back tomorrow as well with watch-alongs.